Well, right in front of me is the winning post, and 19 contenders in this edition of the Derby will be flagged off right from here. We will get a champion soon, and Sunday, the 5th of February, all roads will lead to Mahalakshmi Racecourse for the Indian Derby. Hi and welcome to Race Mirror Presents Turf Talks. I am your host Yasir Suhail, getting you all the live action of the Indian Derby. Well, right here you can see the grandstands of the Mahalakshmi Racecourse. Right now it's empty, but coming Sunday, the 5th of February, trust me, you wouldn't want to miss this. The stands are going to be packed. The audience is going to be filled here in the lawns. So do not forget to make your way on Sunday. Thank you once again for joining us, Shiven. This year, the Derby edition, there is no sponsor, but RWITC is not leaving any stone unturned to make this a grand success. Talk us through about all the efforts that the committee has been putting to make this a big grand success.
So yes, it's been unfortunate that there's been a last-minute withdrawal, but I think now it's with 2 or 3 days to go, it's almost reduced to a technicality. Because the person who comes racing, the lovers of the sport will see no difference. The committee has pulled out no stops. It's going to be as grand an event as ever. It's the first big one really after COVID. There's going to be a sort of the bars, food, a little bit of shopping, all on ground, music. We got an exciting 19 horse field. We got all the top jockeys, horses. We got trainers, owners, all flying in from all over India. We made a huge effort through social marketing, and we'll be doing a little bit of radio and stuff to call the people in the city. We got bloggers blogging. So hopefully all that effort will pay off, and we'll see some footfalls on Sunday, and people are going to have a great time. In addition, of course, it's I think might be the first time the Derby is being run at night. So there's lots to look forward to, and we'll handle the lack of the sponsor.
Well, we wish you all the very best and hope that you keep continuing to make the Derby a grand success year on year ahead.
Thank you, and I hope to see you on Sunday.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I have with me Mr. Anit Kasab, who's the DGM Marketing and also a commentator. Thank you so much for joining us, Anit.
Thanks, Yasir. Thanks for having me.
Well, Anit, last year, due to COVID, the masses were not allowed for the Derby. But this year, there is no scope for it. And I think it's going to be a packed house. What is your experience about? You've attended Indian Derbies before here at Mahalakshmi, but now you're part of the working committee. So how is it different, and on what magnitude do you see this event become a mega success?
Well, I mean, we've been coming for the Indian Derby for several years now. I've worked at a race club before, and the Derby, Indian Derby, has always been the mega event and something that we've always been looking forward to. And I've always come here as a spectator. This time around, a couple of years, it's been that I've been with the RWITC, and it is indeed a mega event. Yes, you're right. Last year we couldn't do much because of COVID. This year the gates are open. People should be coming in large numbers. We're getting great response on our social media handles and even otherwise. And everybody knows that Mahalakshmi Racecourse is the destination to be on the first Sunday of February.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for the Derby preparation.
Thanks, Yasir. Thanks so much.
Alright, I have with me trainer Pacey Shroff. He's won 8 Indian Derbies as a jockey, which is a record. He's won 3 Indian Derbies so far. Spacey, thank you for talking to us. Talk us about your 8 wins as a jockey and 3 as a trainer.
Well, I always look at it like this: every win is your last, and you need to look forward to the ones that are coming along and work hard towards it. So you can't really talk about what's happened in the past. Uh, I've been fortunate to have ridden some fabulous horses, and I'm training some lovely horses now. So I think my horses for this year's Derby have done well. They've worked well. They're in good nick, and I think they put up a good show.
Alright, thank you so much for talking to us and all the best for the Indian Derby. Alright, I have with me trainer Parvati Bairamji. She's got a runner, Ravishing Form. Talk to us about Ravishing Form.
Well, this is the first time he's going over a 2,400 meter trip, but I hope he stays the distance. He's definitely gets the mile. He broke the course record in Mysore, and then he won the Mysore 2000 guineas. He's been trifle unlucky in his last 2 runs, but the silver lining there was the way I saw him running. I figured he'd stayed the Derby trip. He's a very easy horse to train. I've always maintained that. He's a superstar in his own right, and hoping for the best. A little worried about the 19 horse field though.
Well, the draws will play a major role.
I don't really think the draws will play a major role. It's their positioning after the gates open, and traffic problems. So it's luck of the race.
Alright, thank you so much for talking to us and all the best for Ravishing Form.
Thank you so much.
Alright, I have with me trainer S. Padmanabhan. Sir, you won 3 Indian Derbies in the Spotlight, Hall of Famer and Desert God. What is the feeling of winning an Indian Derby?
I had a lot of experience losing the derby. I have had probably 10 times placed second and third, starting from 98. So, it was very frustrating when you think you could have won this race and not win it. But after that, I got so used to it of losing. So when eventually in the spotlight landed the blow, I was damn thrilled about it. And of course, Hall of Famer was a lucky winner. And Desert God is an outstanding horse. He ran probably in every race course, and he won Group 1 races everywhere. So it was great. We didn't know when we came for the Indian Derby that he's going to be the best horse in India in a long time to come, because he just won his race by half length, 1 length, 3/4 length, but never by 10 lengths. But he kept winning. That was very important. And he had a will to win. He put up a challenge and he refused to give up, which is a very, very rare quality in any sportsman, any horse, human being, everything. So he was very special among the 3 Derby winners.
Alright, so let's talk about philosophy. You have a runner in the Indian Derby. Your take on this: 19 horses. Do you think that the draw will play a crucial part? Will the pace play a crucial part?
Draw won't play a crucial part, but the run of the race will play a very crucial part. I think half the runners shouldn't be running. If they put some qualifications into it, they're very low rated, so obviously they will not have the speed nor the stamina to sustain. You need to have both to win an Indian Derby, and she qualifies because she's a Group 1 winner. She's beaten King's Ransom, the best fillies in India in Bangalore summer, and we hope for the best. We have a very young jockey, and he would probably make a difference because he is hungry to win.
Alright, sir, wishing you all the best for philosophy and hope we see you pass the post.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well, it's an honor to be sitting in between both the Neredu brothers. Both of them have been great jockeys and now have been great trainers. Malesh won an Indian Derby on indictment and also won as a trainer with Be Safe. And Mr. Satish won an Indian Derby on Amazing Bay and also won as an owner, as a trainer on Superstorm. So, sir, talk us through both your wins.
It's a privilege to talk to you, dear. And what do you want to?
So, talk us through what is the feeling winning it as a jockey and what is the feeling winning it as a trainer?
Obviously, they are into two different categories of your professionalism, and both take a lot of dedication to come up to that level. And God has been kind to us that we have achieved it in our life, and we are happy that we are still going on and competing in this particular prestigious race. I have got two runners. My brother has got a runner. My son is riding. My nephew is riding. So it is like a ritual for us to perform in this particular race, that is the Indian Derby. The Indian Derby, I would rather say.
Absolutely.
Because it's everybody's dream to win one derby, whether it is size, Jamadar, your professional jockeys, trainers, owners. Everybody looks up to this particular race to win and be a part of it. And God has been kind that we have won these races several times and still competing and performing at the highest level. God has been kind.
Thank you so much. Let's move on to the other brother. Malesh, thank you so much for talking to us. Talk us about the win on Indictment and as a trainer on with Be Safe.
As we all are aware of that, the Indian Derby is the derby in the Indian racing calendar, like of any other countries like Melbourne or say Epsom. And I was very fortunate. My dream came true by winning on Indictment as a jockey, which was a super race. So he had a favorite, and I was very relaxed, and everything went well. And came and won in 1997 the Indian Derby on Indictment. I must thank Dr. Ramaswamy for that, giving me such a lovely horse, Be Safe, as a to train and to win the Indian Derby in a record timing. He was a superstar. I'm just hoping I get one more Be Safe to train.
Well, we wish you all the best for your campaign with Wall Street, and we wish you all the best, sir. Hope that we'll see you past the post. Thank you so much for talking to us. I have trainer James McEwen with me, who trains Once You Go Black. James, talk to us about Once You Go Black.
Well, he's been very precocious since he was young. He's done lots of things right. He's had some bad luck along the way, but generally he's proved himself to be one of the best horses.
A field of 19 horses for the Derby. Do you think there are going to be traffic problems? Will the draw play a major role in the early pace or something like that?
It's very difficult with 19 horses. Quite a few shouldn't be running. So it's going to be one of those situations where the draw will affect it, but you don't know how it will affect it until you see where all the horses are drawn.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for Once You Go Black.
Thank you very much.
I've been joined by Mr. Shivan Surendranath, who's one of the co-owners of Once You Go Black. Shivan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Once You Go Black won the Mysore Derby, then he needed that run. He ran well in the Ruya. How has he come out from that, and what do you think are his chances, and how well has he been prepared for the Derby?
Well, he's fully prepared for the Derby. Trainer and jockey are happy with him, and we are expecting him to run a big race. So 19 horse field, you know how that goes. So.
Which reminds me, you've already won an Indian Derby with Velvet Rope. Talk us about that.
That's many years ago. I was new in racing then. It was an ethereal feeling. Well, there's just great memories now, and let's hope we get a repeat of that soon.
Absolutely, and I wish you all the best for Once You Go Black's campaign, and I hope to see you past the post.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I have with me jockey A. Sandesh, who's going to be riding Once You Go Black. Sandesh, you've ridden him before, and you're riding him in the Derby. How do you think has he come up from his last race, and what do you think that you could do on Once You Go Black?
Yeah, I'm riding Once You Go Black in Indian Derby, and he's very well now. Because last run was after a long layoff. He was in setback after he ran in the Ram Surya Gold Cup, and he ran very good race or fair race over there within a 2 line from the winner. And after that, he's come up a very lot, and he have a very good chance. We we'll think because depend on the draws, everything will be, and 19 horses and luck of the race also there is the count in this derby.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, Sandesh, and all the best for once you go black.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I have with me trainer Arjun Mangalorkar, who trains Mire in the Indian Derby. Talk to us about her.
Well, it's called Mira first, and
Apologies for that. Mira.
yeah, she's a lovely filly. She's given me a lot of joy, and I obviously thought very highly of her, and I've targeted her for the Indian Derby. I've taken the Bangalore Oaks as a lead up, which she won, and consequently the horse that she beat has come on to win the Bangalore Winter Derby. So that gives me a bit of confidence. And this is the premier event of the racing calendar, so let's look forward to a good race. There is a lot of runners. I hope the luck of the race favors me and I win it.
So tell me one thing. There are 19 runners, hopefully, this year. Will the draws play an important role?
Definitely, everything plays an important role in a race like this. It's a competitive race. There are a lot of good horses, so everything plays an important role in this.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for the campaign.
Thank you.
All right, I have with me trainer Adiraj Singh Joda. 3 runners in the Indian Derby: Diff, Dangerous, and Vincent Van Gogh. You won the Wolf 777 South India Derby with Diff. Talk us about that win.
Well, it was my first classic, and to start off winning a derby is a great thing, superb feeling. And he's a horse that has continuously been on the up. He's improved with every run, and Trevor gave a peach of a ride, so couldn't really complain.
Talk to us about your 3 runners in the Indian Derby. 19 horse field. Do you think pace will play a crucial part? The draw will play a crucial part?
Yeah, naturally, absolutely. The draw will play a crucial part. The pace will always be there because the Indian Derby historically has always been the fastest run of all the derbies. So the horses tend to jump out, and they tend to go at a good clip. At least the first furlong and a half before they can settle down rounding bend. Diff has been amazing. He's won the South India Derby. He went to Hyderabad. He ran second to Salento. He got a bit of a rough passage there. He could have run closer. We are taking a shot in the Indian Derby. He's travelled well. He's feeling okay. So the owners felt that we must take a shot since he's entered in the Derby here. Dangerous was always planned with a Western India campaign in mind, the Indian Classics. She ran the Guineas, she ran the Oaks, and subsequently she's running the Derby now. She's fresh, she's well. I think she's improved after Oaks second. Clearly King's Ransom has to be the horse to beat for us over there, and the other colts. But she's done well. I'm quite happy with her. Vincent Van Gogh is a horse that we always thought quite highly of. Unfortunately, he's had a injury-marred campaign, and he puts on weight very easily. I thought that he was a little short on fitness, unfortunately, going into the last start. He's improved a great deal, and since again he was entered in the Derby, the owners felt that we should take a shot, and he's a nice horse. He'll get the mile and a half very comfortably. So I just hope he has the class, and well, he is a little short on experience, but we're just hoping that he gives us a good show.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and wishing you all the best for the Indian Derby. Hope to see you pass the post.
Thank you very much.
Right, I have on my right Neeraj Rawal, and on my left NS Parmar. NS will be riding Mojito. Neeraj will be riding Diff. Let's start with Neeraj first. Neeraj, first, congratulations on winning the Bangalore Derby on La Arena.
Thank you very much. It's icing on the cake to win a big race like that.
Alright, so talk us about Diff. Have you been working Diff, and how do you feel the race is going to pan out? Because it's a 19 horse field. What do you think will be the challenges?
I'm riding this horse for the first time. First of all, we may have a strategy, but the track being 19 horses, whatever strategy we may have, it may go out of the window, like with so many horses running. But we'll have a strategy once the draws and the jockey declaration come out.
Well, Neeraj, all the best for your ride on Diff, and we hope we see you pass the post.
Thank you so much. Anyway.
All right, let's talk to NS. NS, you're riding Mojito.
Yep.
Mojito has won the Colts in Bangalore and has been placing quite well. Has he improved from his last run, and what do you think of Mojito?
Mojito is a good horse. He's working well. He's tracking well. In the Derby, there's a 19 horse field, so everyone has got different strategies. And he should run a good race, I think. Should run.
All right, thank you so much, and we wish you all the best for Mojito.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been joined by Neil Devlaney. He has his runner Last Wish. Neil, talk us through Last Wish.
Well, Last Wish, after running some bad races in his in the Mysore Derby and the Mysore Guineas, where he could never settle down, and then the past three races we've seen that he's settling down now, and then second to La Reina in the Bangalore Derby was a good run, suggestive run, so we thought might as well give him a chance over here.
19 horses in this derby. Do you think the draw, the pace will play a crucial role?
Yes, I think so. The draw will play a crucial role because I think so. As soon as you jump out from the gates, you're going to get the bend. So if you're drawn wide, then you're traveling wide in the first bend itself, and then yours loses ground over there. So I feel the draw will make a difference in this race.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for Last Wish.
Thank you so much.
All right, I have with me jockey P. Ajit Kumar. Ajit, you won one derby on Consecutory, and you won another classic down south on Mysterious Angel. Now you get a big ride in the derby. You're riding Last Wish. Talk us about it.
So Last Wish is a good horse, finished second in Bangalore Derby, and I hope runs a good race and getting an opportunity to ride here, first ride, that to like a big event in India. I hope I'll do well, and let's hope for the best.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for your ride on Last Wish.
Thank you so much.
All right, I have with me jockey PS Chauhan, who's riding King's Ransom. PS, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Can you talk to us about King's Ransom, and what do you feel? 19 horse field. How do you think the things will pan out in a big field?
Yeah, it's a big field, and yes, my filly is having a turn of foot. She's doing well. She's absolutely up to the mark. So now I'm just hoping that everything goes into the right way. She has done well. She worked well, and till today she has done well for me. So I'm hoping that she will definitely do well.
You've got everything from a lot of classic and grade 1 wins. This is one win that is on your radar. Talk us about it.
Yeah, I actually, this is the only race which I still not won, and it's my dream. I'm waiting for this race to that as and when I hope that I will get this time.
Well, Supernatural versus King's Ransom, everybody says. What are your thoughts about that?
I will say that yes, it is between there not only two horses. There are two good horses came over here from outside centres also. That will be totally depend on the running of the race. What I feel is, and whichever horse will stay well is going to get this race.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for King's Ransom. Hope to see you pass the post.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, I have with me Mr. Imtiaz Seth, who's won an Indian Derby with Exhilaration. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Welcome.
So talk to us about the win of Exhilaration.
I think he was a super horse in his year. He won the Guineas by a distance, and had he been exported, I think he would have been a champion over a mile. He was a great miler. On class, he won. He stayed and got the mile. He won the Derby for me.
So there are 19 horses in this year's Derby edition. What are your thoughts about the Derby?
There are the draw factor and also traffic problems. Everybody has to encounter these two issues before they can come out with it. I think there's still, I think West Indian horses, Supernatural and King's Ransom have a big edge. Yeah, because I've seen them race in Bangalore. They have been definitely superior. The others have come into form recently. Difficult to say on their outcome, but on paper I like it's a tie between, it's a tussle between King's Ransom and Supernatural.
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir, and all the very best for the rest of the camp.
And I also need to mention to you that I've been very unlucky in 3 Indian Derbies. Won the Indian Derby with a horse called Super Brave. Unfortunately, because of a medical infringement, he had to be disqualified. And earlier on, when I was suspended, I had two good horses in my charge. One was a filly called Silver Fire, which won the Derby. I was suspended and won Derby with Mr. Altaf Hussain. Another horse called Storm Again, which was with me. I was suspended and I had to hand over charge to Mr. Dhariwal. So I've been a little unlucky in the Derbies.
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir. I've been joined by trainer Altaf Hussain, who's won 2 Indian derbies, one on Desert Warrior and the other one is Starfire Girl. Thank you so much for joining us, Altaf.
Thank you, Amit.
Talk to us about those 2 wins. How special were they?
Both the horses, they done well for me. I saw Desert Warrior also done very good for me. He was a very strong and big horse, and Starfire Girl also. She was a very tough filly and she won a derby. And after the derby, my owner wanted to run in the invitation, but she was a little stiff from behind. And after then, I worked her, and she's not up to the mark. Then I cancelled to run in the invitation and retired to the stud farm. They both are very good horses.
All right, I've been told that you missed the hat trick by the smallest of margin. Talk to us about that.
Labawi, she was a small, good filly, but she ran the very longer horse, and champion jockey Willie Carson rode that filly, and she just missed my hat trick, and I ran just second with the nose, and that day is my dark day.
All right. Well, the important question: Pacey rode both your winners, and Pacey is now your colleague. Who do you prefer, Pacey as your jockey or Pacey as your colleague?
Pacey as a jockey, because he done a lot of work with me. I rode a lot of horses with him, and I know him when he was a jockey as an apprentice. He not won any races up to that time. And the first winner, I am giving the first winner because of Mr. Uttam Singh Sahab. He was the trainer and I was the apprentice with him. And the first winner, I told him to ride this filly, and I said she will run 100% second. If the Hawaiian horse, if she go wide, then you will win the race. And after that, he won the race. And Pacey, in the work also, he judged very well. He is a very talented jockey. He judged pace very nicely. Whichever horse he ride very well, and he won both the horses for me, Indian derbies, and he won Guineas and Oaks also for me.
All right. So the important questions in the current crop, like after your Indian Derby winners, if there was one horse that you would want to train or have in your stables, which would that be?
That Padmanabhan's grey horse, and Settle. I like that horse. He was a very good horse, and he's a champion horse. Because of that, he is a good horse.
All right. So there are 19 horses in this edition of the Derby. What do you think will be the pick, and why?
Both the Pacey's horse, they done well. Pacey's filly, she won in the Oaks. There's no doubt she will go distant or not. She already won a mile and a half race, and she's working also very well. She's looking good. Everybody has to beat that filly, and it's the first time after a long time a lot of horses running in the Derby, and it's be interesting race.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for your remaining campaign of Bombay, and also wishing you all the very best for the invitation weekend as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good day.
Alright, I have with me Daras Bramji. Thank you so much for talking to us. You won 2 Indian derbies, Super White and the other one being Psychic Flame. Talk to us about those wins.
Any Indian derby is a great win. Super White didn't pass the winning post first. I got it because Saddle-Up tested positive. So that was just one of those things that happens. But Psychic Flame was a very interesting derby winner because she was a very late foal. She was 13th of July foal. And to come out and win a derby at a 13th of July foal was very special.
Alright, I'm going to ask you a tricky question. Pacey rode Psychic Flame for you as a jockey. Now he's your counterpart as a trainer. Whom do you like better, Pacey as a jockey or Pacey as a trainer?
Can I comment on that?
Pacey as a jockey was forced to ride Psychic Flame. He wanted to ride Grosvenor Square. So his judgment was not great. So it doesn't make a difference whether Pacey is a trainer or Pacey is a jockey.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and we wish you all the best for your remainder of the campaign. Thank you. Check. Thank you so much for joining us. I have trainer Dallas Toriwala with me. He's won 2 Indian derbies with Starsky and Star Supreme. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Talk to us about those 2 wins.
Of course, they were a long time back. I won my first Indian Derby with Star Supreme in 1998. He was an outstanding horse. He won the Ruya so impressively that he was absolute favorite for the Derby, and he won it that way. He won 5 lengths. He won it by 5 lengths. I had Forest Fantasy in that Derby too. My jockey Kieran Fallon rode Forest Fantasy, and Jimmy Fortune rode Star Supreme. So I had a backup. We ran first and fourth. And 5 years later, 2002, I won my second Indian Derby with Starsky, with Prakash Road. Both my derbies were for Dr. Ramaswamy, and coincidentally, both were bred at Usha. Starsky won a short head. I was just lucky. I thank God for that victory. I beat Anne's back of Vijay Singh and Deepak Kaitan. That was one of the most exciting derbies for me, and my horse won it on literally the last stride.
Sir, I think the name Star is lucky for you because Starsky and Star Supreme won you the derby. When are we going to see another star in your stable?
I think I have another star in the stable just now. He has just won the 2000 guineas ahead of my time. He's a super horse. I would have loved it to run the derby, but my owner preferred to keep him at a mile because he's won the guineas impressively, and I got beat in the Ruya. But I still think he's I think he's a grand horse, and in my opinion, I still think he'll get the 1.5 miles. So anyway, we'll see what the future has in store for him.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the very best for your star's future.
Thank you so much.
All right, I have with me trainer Shazan sir. Shazan, you don't have any runners in the Indian Derby, but it's going to be an exciting Indian Derby. After a long time, we'll see a field of 19 runners. Take us through what you think will be a tough one to beat, and what do you think has a good chance?
Well, of course, the Indian Derby has always been very exciting and the biggest event in horse racing in India, and we always look forward for it with so much glamour and an extravagant event for everybody. Yes, there are a lot of runners this time, a lot of outstation challengers, and a lot of good horses who've proved themselves in different races across the country. But I think the Western India horses hold the cards. Supernatural, I think, will be the main horse here because I think now he'll be running his pet distance. I think this 1.5 miles is something that he's actually bred for. He has the ability. He's a full brother of the Indian Derby winner 2 years ago. And Sir Pacey Shroff is on a streak, so he knows his horses and he has the tag for it. And he also has King's Ransom, who's proved herself very well. She's picked up the Pune Derby, the Oaks, and also the Guineas, and she will also be right there. And of course, a lot of outstation challengers who will put their best foot forward. So yes, this is such a race that has been exciting because it's not always been the case where the best horse wins. There are a lot of factors that contribute to the winning of a horse in the Indian Derby with respect to how the horse is feeling on the day of the race and the pace of the race, the entire positioning, and a lot of things. So may the best horse win, and I wish good luck to all the connections of all the runners in the Derby.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Shazan, and hope that your Mumbai campaign continues to be a winning one, and hope you have some runners in the invitation weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right, I've got Mr. Bazin Chinoy. He's won 3 Indian Derbies with Enterprising, Revelation, and Astonish. Thank you so much for talking to us, sir.
Welcome.
So, talk to us about your 3 wins in the Indian Derby.
They were very good horses, all of them. Justifiably good winners. And very little else you can say, except that I had 4 seconds as well that were very close. So my Derby record is not too bad.
So tell me one thing, sir. Pacey rode both your winners, and one came from Aslam Khader. Today Pacey is a trainer. So which one do you prefer, Pacey as a jockey or Pacey as a trainer?
It's a very unfair question. No, it's a very unfair question. You can't ask me a question like that.
Just for our patrons to know.
I think he's a better trainer than he was a jockey.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, sir. And may we see you past the post and hope that you get some more winners in the current season.
Thank you.
I have with me trainer S.S. Shah. He's won the Indian Derby thrice, once with Mansoor. Then we've got Hot Stepper and Antonio. Sir, talk us through the 3 wins.
Yeah, I won 3 derbies. Yeah, the first derby was the excitement for me. Very excited because the first time it was going through to take on one of the best horse of my brother. We both brothers fought it out the race, and God gave me the success. People jumped on me all. They said, how good we are feeling. My brother has won races, but I won the first time. They were thrilled people. It was excitement.
Absolutely.
And then lately, Mr. Ratan Singh, one of my very good owner, very good understanding owner. He understands horses very well. He had a farm, everything. Great man. 2 horses, one his brother was owning and the other our partners are winning. Back to back, God gave me up. What else you needed?
Absolutely, sir. Back-to-back Derby win is a very memorable moment for any trainer in his life. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we wish you all the best for the future campaigns. Thank you, sir. I have with me trainer Sundarji, who's won an Indian Derby on Rochester. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you so much.
So, talk to us about how important the victory of Rochester was for you in the Indian Derby.
My God, a derby is the ultimate dream, and it gives you a big high in your life and your professional career.
Thank you so much, sir. And what do you feel about the field this time? I think there are 19 runners.
I know it's a big field, and it's going to be a very competitive race. Luck of the race is very important, and may the best horse win.
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir, and all the best for the rest of the campaign.
Thank you so much.